All right, welcome back. I am really trying to get in the swing of this whole video making thing, so I need somebody on here that is going to hold me accountable. Whoever, one person, that's all it takes. Just kind of message me like, Sean, okay, where are the videos? And give me ideas for topics. But for now, we are going to be doing I did a quick flip through on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, of my new traveler's notebook. And this is going to kind of be more of a walkthrough. So this is the new piece, and it is a pocket-sized Foxy Fix Spice leather in saffron. And it's just absolutely adorable. I am a big fan of this. I think I finally found my favorite Foxy Fix leather and setup. I have some other makers that I love, but as far as Foxy Fix, I think Spice is forever just going to be my main squeeze. Front of it, I have two little hearts from the Illustrated Faith line here, and that's because I did buy this one on a buy-sell trade, and it had someone's initial down at the bottom. So to hide that, I just kind of put two hearts. Everything else is really simple. We'll get into the full top of it later, and I have like one little dangly piece on the bottom, but nothing major on this one. So we'll just open it and get to going. First open, this is what I love about Foxy Fix, is this pocket setup. And this is just kind of the first thing I look at whenever I jump in, and this makes me happy. So I have a die cut, and you'll see a lot of her work in here, but she's Nubian Rock Chick on Instagram, and I'm one of her Patreons, and I am just a fan of all things that she does. So this Good Vibes was a sticker die cut that came with my last order. The quintessential I am a planner girl bow clip that everybody kind of has. This is one of my other favorite things that I always keep in my TNs, and I'm sorry for the glare that comes from it, but it is a little thing from Dollar Tree, and it has tiny calendars and then a notes list. And I just take the calendar for each month, laminate it, and keep it just right here in the front, so that if I ever need to just reference a date really quickly, I can look here without having to go all the way into my calendar insert. And a little to-do list, which has my morning routine. Is this my first one? Yeah, I have a couple of these. This one's Foxy Fix. So my first little setup here is, I'm gonna take this out because it's falling, but this is another chic planner girl. I am sorry, Nubian Rock Chick, same young lady that does this. She does a calendar. And what I did was I bought the calendar, but the calendar is so gorgeous, I did not want to cut it up. But I knew I wanted something in it in my dashboards. So I made a color copy of my July calendar, and I cut the girl out, and now she's in my dashboard. And in August, it'll be August Girl, and I'm just going to kind of go through the year. So it's just really cute. And up front, inside this dashboard, Dollar Tree, because it's back to school season, had these really cheap but cute kind of tea rolls. I guess they were plastic folders. They're a hard plastic material. So I bought two, and then I just cut it and tucked it into the dashboard to give her a little bit of background. First insert, and this isn't even an insert cover. This was a notebook from Michaels, and it wasn't the right size for my pocket, and I didn't like the paper in it, but I loved this little glittery thing because I love the way it looks. Kind of, that's my first thing that I see. So I took the paper out and I cut it down to fit my notebook, and then I put a lining in it so it wasn't just plain white back there. And then this is another sticker, and this is from JD Brooklyn and Company. So big Crow Girl. And now this glitter is just kind of in here to guard my first notebook. And first notebook is a simple field notes notebook. I have a great field note story, so that's probably going to be another video. But a field notes notebook. And then I saw all the planner girls, and they seem to have like, I guess, like a go station, something in the front of their traveler's notebook or in the front of their notebooks where they had I guess a dashboard, a go station. They could have the immediate things that they needed to do. I didn't like it because I was using sticky notes, but I was putting them directly on this first page. And if it was really adhesive, it was almost like lifting up the paper from the page. So I just took some washi and washi the entire first page of this notebook, and now you can peel on and off and it never messes up the paper. And a little clip that I made, and I'll go more into the clips and things later. And I made my first ever Etsy sale on July 28, 2018. So that's just a reminder because I'm excited about that right there in the front. As I go in, I have my shopping list here. Buying general notes section is here. And then I flip it, and for the second half of the notebook, so I'm kind of leaving the first half as notes, second half are lists, because I just didn't want to overstuff it, and I wanted to get some use out of this notebook because I want to finally finish a notebook. So in this one, I have my wish list. I have the stores and websites that I like, people and pages that I want to follow, orders that I've made, and I kind of cross them out when they get there. O for D is out for delivery. Etsy orders are things that have ordered from me and their order has shipped. I have my returns exchanges list, so things I need to take back to the store. Things I need to make, whether they're Etsy or not, or just things I'm making for friends and family. Things I need to sell, so this is kind of my BST listing, so all my buy, sell trades that are on Facebook. Things I want to make, so product ideas, video ideas, orders and shipping. So these are the things that I've sold on Facebook. And it's probably a better organized system where like the things here, orders and shipping, should be somewhere near things I want to sell. But when I was setting it up, I wasn't thinking like that. And then a pen test on the back. So that's what we got. End of the first notebook. This is my monthly calendar insert. And whenever you see images like this, because I love these images, Pinterest was my best friend. So I just kind of Googled images, or Pinterest, was on Pinterest and looking through Pinterest boards and images, and took those and threw them in because I'm not selling these. So it's like personal use, just things I kind of cut and paste. And then this one, this is the day the Lord has made, is a sticker from an Illustrated Faith collection. And this is my monthly calendar. So it's pretty much just month on one page. And I can highlight which month it is because it is undated. And then I have to do a goal for the month. And I use this to kind of just a quick glimpse at a month. So I have my paydays on here because that's important. Any birthdays or traveling that I'm doing are on here. And traveling for pleasure, not for work. Traveling for pleasure is on here. And then green dots are days that I'm actually out working. So I have that. I've done up until December, but I printed it out for longer. So after December, I'll come and do some more months. My company sticker here, and just some washi. The back of the glitter, and then the back of the dashboard. Another J.D. Brooklyn & Co. die cut, and then just, this is where I keep all my little Post-its. In there, the back of this dashboard is some two-sided paper I found at Hobby Lobby. It's from a paper pack, or Tuesday morning, probably Tuesday morning. It's from a paper pack I found it Tuesday morning. And it's just a double-sided paper. And then this was a cutout I did as my first ever playing around with my Cricut. So that's where that came from. Second dashboard, oh, sidebar. While we're here, no, I'll come back to that later. I'll come back. Second dashboard, another image that I found on Etsy, on Pinterest, and printed out. And just some little ephemera that says, hello, beautiful. Double-sided paper from that same paper pack as this one. It's a Tuesday morning. I think it's called Botanical or something like that. And a little doily that I cut up. Inside of this one is my work calendar. So I am a learning consultant and I work from home. So this is how I keep track of events that I have to do for work. So trainings that I'm doing, conferences and conventions that I'm doing. And I just write them in on the date. And it's a perpetual year calendar that I did. Only difference is I needed to know what day of the week. So I made my own. It has the dates for the month, and then it has the days of the week. And when someone calls or I'm out and they want to schedule something, I just write it into here. And it's just really quick so I can see if I have something that day or not. Really not all the time, a lot of information, just bare basics. And I don't put my personal calendar in here, but if it's a day I have something personal that I know I won't be able to work or I'm not going to take an event, That's what these red scribbles mean. So those are days that I'll just tell people, nope, sorry, can't do it. And it goes through December. And like I said, I'm trying to use up whole notebooks. So I did this notebook in half. So the second half of this notebook are work-related notes. So anytime I'm somewhere, I'm at an engagement or I'm doing something for work, my work notes go into this notebook. That's it. And this is one of those today I do not remember where I got these from, but I really, really like them because it's a quick, like, little journaling moment that I do. So I feel feisty, hungry, like doing nothing, exhausted, moody, wide awake. Almost every day I ever do this, hungry is one of the options. And then I just do a little note about what's going on in my life. Another dashboard, and these are Foxy Fix dashboards, and the secretarial ones. And this is a die cut from JD Brooklyn & Co. Vellum from Hobby Lobby. The other die cut from JD Brooklyn & Co. So on this one, she's kind of laying in bed eating popcorn. This one, she's sitting in chair reading a book. And this holds my weekly insert. The artwork on here, something else I found on Pinterest. And my weekly is just a week on 2 pages. So the first page is Sunday through Saturday because I am a Sunday start person. And then the second page is a work to-do list, a personal to-do list, some note space, and then this can be a tracker. I'm going to show you a blank one. It can be whatever you want it to be. So when it's blank, it looks like this. And it just has the days of the week in little circles. So some months I use it as a tracker, but if it's a week that's just starting a month, I tend to put that calendar. So this is an August calendar. You can't see my handwriting, it's really bad. But I tend to put the calendar on the first week. And then as I go on, this can be a tracker. And these lines under notes line up with these. So I can put what it is I'm tracking on any of these lines. And I have this until the end of August. So I think this one was 2 or 3 months. And in the back of that dashboard, I have some little washi stickers, more of the vellum, and that's it. And then the back of that other dashboard was the gold paper. And then this, which was super duper cute. And it was just it came in the packaging for something else that I ordered. My Foxy Fix wallet, and it is a Lush wallet in Bordeaux, I want to say. And I have my cards over here. I'm not that person that's going to try and hide anything. If you see my ID, you find my address, you find my credit card number, feel free to deposit some money in there. I won't complain, I promise. So IDs go there. Under here, I have my social security card and some cash and checks. Can you tell I really, really like this vellum? And it just kind of protects my budget insert. More graphics from Pinterest. And for my budget insert, that same calendar I had laminated in the front, without laminating it, I just kind of washi it in. I'll show you what a blank month looks like before I do that. So this is a blank month. I have a blank square here, and it's perfectly fit for this calendar. So I just kind of take one of those, and they're little tear-offs, almost like sticky notes, but with no sticky. And I put it in here, and I have all my bills listed that I have to pay that month with their amounts. And I also have it kind of just printed out. What I'm paying, the when it's due, how much it is, and then every bill I have is assigned a letter. And I just go ahead and drop in these letters into this calendar, and I highlight my pay dates. So I know when I get paid on the 11th, I have to pay everything that's due before my next payday on the 25th. So then when I get paid on the 25th, I pay everything that's due before whatever my next payday is the next month. And I keep track of my pay dates, how much I'm expecting, what I'm paying out of pay period 1, the total of my bills, whatever I'll have left is kind of spending money, pay period 2, the total of the bills and whatever's left is spending money, and then a scripture for finance each month. So that is my budget insert, and it just keeps going. And I like this because if I'm looking here and I'm saying, oh, I really need that extra $400 for my car note, I'll circle it and I'll move it down to pay period 2, and that frees up that $400 in my mind for me to spend. And I can kind of see where I may need to make some changes to my budget and where I can move things to. Back of the vellum, the little zip up insert that's part of the Foxy Fix wallet, and this is wallet design too. Another dashboard, and this is, it's another Foxy Fix secretarial dashboard. Another image from Pinterest. Back of that is just some paper from a paper pack. The little Martha Stewart holographic doily. And this one is my faith insert. More imagery from Pinterest. And the way my faith insert works is each day, and it's date. There's no dates on there. I put the dates in. Put in my date. I have space for me to list 3 gratitudes. I'm really getting into scripture writing. So I pick the scripture I'm going to write out the scripture, the lesson learned, and the application that I'm taking from that scripture, and then who and what I want to pray for or about. I write that out. And then I'm the type of person, I write my prayers. So every day I write out a prayer. And yeah, I'm actually almost finished with this insert. There were 2 days I didn't write prayers. So on Sundays, I don't tend to write a prayer because I'm already in church. So I do the other stuff, but I may not write the prayer. And I'm almost done. Like, I'm actually going to finish an insert, and I'm super excited about that. So that is my faith insert. I have one more day in this one, and then I'm done. I have to print another one. And on the back, I have just a little printout that I did on vellum. And this is my weekly prayer focus. So this is something else I came up with. And I have a lot of extras, almost like sticky notes. And I just put down what I'm praying for that week on different days. And I can keep this in here for like a month or 2 at a time, just depending on how long I want to keep it set up like this. So tomorrow is Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, I pray for friends. So I know that's something I'm really praying about. My last little notebook is it's a filled book. It's not filled notes, but it was on Amazon. And I really like this little wood look. It is another image I found on Pinterest, and I just cut her out. A illustrated faith, I want to say, little card, paint card. And then another one is back here, and it's just serving like a washi card. And this is my scripture notes or sermon notes. So I go to church a lot. And sometimes I don't want to always take notes on my phone or on an iPad or on just a big notebook. I want something I always have with me. So this is just where I do my scripture notes and sermon notes. Sermon notes, not scripture notes, sermon notes. So every sermon, I just write out the notes I have. That is the end of that. The back of this Foxy Fix dashboard, I like to write to God. That's why I write my prayers. And I have little Dear God cards. So if I'm talking to somebody and they have a prayer request or there's something I'm praying about specifically, I'll write it out on a Dear God card. And I may give it to them, or I'll post it somewhere in my house so that I'm always referencing back and thinking about that. Back of this is an image I found on Canva. And it was just like 2 little kids with little afros. Some scrap paper. This is another bookmark from Nubian Rock Chick on Instagram. I cut it down to fit in here. Another bow clip, and behind the bookmark are just some extra cards, like my not so much used, but definitely not the ones that go in the zip up, because I do use them from time to time. And if I ever have to write notes to give to people, I get these from Joann Fabrics, and they're like little mason jars, and I'll just write notes on here. And this is kind of my giveaway notebook paper. And now we're to the back. A couple things I do want to show. We'll talk about what's up top. My top is really clean and clear on this notebook because it's so simple, and I kind of love it like that. So let's see. It's not a lot. I have a clip that I made, and it's just leather scraps on one of the big kind of trombone looking paper clips. I have a little dangle clip that I made just out of beads and little seed beads. And this is one of my favorite clips. I don't want to take it out because I don't want to lose it. It's almost like those skeleton paper clips, but it's a really cute skinny one. And I actually got it from the knitting section in a craft store because they use it to hold stuff together. So that's just kind of up there. My most fun thing that I'm super excited about is what's at the bottom. Not so much the beads that I chose because I don't like them with this notebook, but I'm always making jump bands to put notebooks together. And normally the ends of jump bands look really, really boring if you make them on your own. You kind of have that weird knot there. So I decided, let's make something that is functional as a jump band, but decorative as well. So I do the bookmarks that kind of dangle, but sometimes I just don't want one. I'm using clips that day. This is the bottom of my jump band. So this is what's holding these two notebooks together. So I have two little notebooks that are being held together here. And at the bottom of the jump band holding those two notebooks, I just left it a little bit longer and decorated it. So that is my dangle for this traveler's notebook. And I think that's everything. So this is one of my first forays into Foxy Fix that I'm actually using. So I have two Lushes because I love this pocket configuration. Oh, and especially this back pocket that I emptied out, so there shouldn't be anything in there. Oh, there are some receipts. I love the pocket configuration on these. So this is kind of my favorite. I had it on a Lush. I did not like the Lush as much. I love this spice leather, like absolutely love it. And I love this setup. And I made a mistake and I bought a Filofax Malden ochre color and I bought it in personal. And I'm so sad because I'm really enjoying a pocket setup. And this is like my favorite, like it just works so well. So that is my setup. That's it for me here. I'm probably going to do another video when I set up in my personal Malden because it's ring bound and I've been in strings for a really long time. But like I said, I need somebody to hold me accountable. So I'm counting on you all. Somebody out there, if one or two people watch this video, definitely message me, do something to remind me that I need to be making another video or at least posting it because I make videos, I don't always post them on YouTube. I tend to put them in a group I'm in or something like that, but make sure I get it on YouTube. And that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the flip through and I will see you later. All right, bye-bye.